I'm going live right now. It's Ron Jackson, and I'm actually live, and we're going to be talking about some cool things here about sight reading. I'm going to wipe this lens off, make sure it looks clean, and then this one too. So I'm actually going to do some live practice and some hints about, you know, reading sheet music and all that stuff. So, I still have this book from one of my live streams recently, but I have a ton of books in the back here that I use for practicing my reading. Now, you know what? Just for you guys, everybody to know, you can actually join my Patreon for free for 7 days. So that's a special. So I'm just putting that up for you right now. So let me look at some music that I might use for a gig or something, or practice books that I practice with reading. So let me see. I'm gonna pick a book from up here. Like there's all kinds of books here, but I like some of these books that are like classical books or things like that that aren't like conventional guitar books. And a lot of these books do not have any tabs. So this book is a really hard book here. For example, Odd Meters, written by a friend of mine named Bruce Arnold. He used to teach at Berkeley a while ago. We could take a look at that. And they're just rhythms. I like a lot of rhythms if you look carefully. And I bought this book. I never really used it. It's just rhythms. And there's no real lines in here, which I think is kind of interesting. Let me see who else is there if you're watching. Let me see what other books I have here. One of these really difficult books to look at as well is this book. Is this book right here, the Latin Faith book. Let me show you this. Let me take off. So the Latin real book, excuse me, is a really difficult book to read out of, everybody. So let me take out my guitar and pull out some music for you to take a look over here. Okay. So this is a really, really difficult book. A lot of songs in here are like, to me, pretty advanced for reading, even for me. And let me take out my guitar so you can check it out. So I'm gonna. The only time I touched the guitar today was when I was teaching a student. So right now, let me see something. So this is my computer right now. I'm gonna use my other camera for this right now. I'm going to use my Logitech. Here it is. That looks better, doesn't it? Yes, much better. So look at this. I'm going to use my Logitech. I'm going to actually raise it a little bit higher so you can see me better. See? And that's a much clearer picture. So let's look at this Latin real book. Oops. This thing fell over kind of crazy. So I got to tighten this up a little bit. So I have these two cameras. One is my phone and one is a Logitech Brio. Tomorrow I'm going live, everybody, with my Amazon store, stuff from my Amazon store that I use actually for my gig. So check out my live stream for that. So for example, so let's look at this. I'm going to turn up real quick. Now, sight reading is not a great subject for most guitar players. They don't like the subject of reading, but I like to do it because to me, it's like reading a book. You should learn how to read sheet music like you read a book. So look at this. I think I've seen this one before. Maybe I haven't. I just turn to these songs and I go, whoa, man, this is a pain in the butt. I got to read that. It says jazz mambo, and it says cut time, which means fast. You cut into 1, 2, 1, 2, when the key of D minor, okay, and in treble clef, you see that? And so I call that treble clef for guitar players because you know, they have a lot of trouble reading anything. So you know, I like to go through the melodies and stuff like that. And so if I play through this a little bit, let me see if I can move this stand a little bit so you can see me a little bit better. Yep. So look at this. I'm going to push this back just a little bit so you can see me a little bit better. Okay, so there's a little echo here. So look at this. If I'm going to play this, I'm going to probably use a metronome, everybody. So it starts with an A, when the key D minor, or because you know I know this is the key of F. This is one flat, but it starts with a D minor, and it looks like the song ends in D minor. So that's the relative minor of the key of F. Hear that? So look at this. I'm gonna go through and make sure these volumes are off. Hello? I hear an echo over here, but it's okay. I thought I turned the mic off. Let me see if I did here. 1 second. On this phone. Let me see. I'm gonna look right now. Oh. Let me see if the phone has the mic off. Yeah, it is. It's off. So it's kind of an echo, but it's okay. So look at this song, everybody. Building Bridges. So this, like, it looks pretty tricky. It's mostly eighth notes, but it's supposed to be pretty fast. So I'm going to try to read through this. I'm going to put a metronome on my phone. So, you know, metronome is really good to use because it just keeps you, you know, it keeps you in time. You could judge how fast you're going. Also, you can count out, you know, this metronome could count out in 4 beats. You know, let me see. Okay, let me see right now. I'm going to go right now and find my metronome. Here we go. Metronome. And then I'm going to set this to not too fast. It says 110 half note, which is pretty fast. But I'm going to be sight reading this, so I'm going to take my time and not do too fast. Maybe I'll do 110, the beat. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So I read that. I did pretty good reading that. I'm just sight reading that. And I'm just going 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's much faster. It's supposed to be twice as fast. It's supposed to be like, these are supposed to be the half note actually. It's supposed to be twice as fast. What? It's supposed to be much faster. So it's supposed to be a half note like this. So it's supposed to be like one, like that fast. Right. So it's supposed to be that fast. So if there's any questions, everybody, you know, please let me know. And also, do me a favor. If you don't subscribe to me, please subscribe to me now or follow me. Okay, and that would be great. Follow me everywhere at Ron Jackson Music. So now look at this part. We're getting here. So I'm going to do a slow. This is all sight reading. Oops. So watch this. Here we go. I'm going to do a little bit. Let me move this over a little bit so you can see it better. Here we go. And I'm going to, so you can see most of it while I'm reading. Okay. So let me play from here, letter A. I'm going to put the metronome beside 112, quarter note. So, because I'm sight reading, 1. So when I'm reading this, I'm staying in this position. So, you know, this is D minor. just play the D natural minor scale, which is the F major. When the key of, key of F relative minor is D minor. So I find a position. I find it's really comfortable to play sight read. Like, let's say we're here in the fifth fret, the fifth position. Okay. Let me go down a little bit so you can see my picking hand too, everybody. Let me go down a little bit. So here's my picking hand. See, you get the book a little bit. That's the problem. So anyway, maybe I'll put it back up because you see the book a little bit now. You can see the book before actually, but so you get the idea that I'm reading the book here. I move the book over. So look at this. Let me read this measure here. So I'm going to try to read this as best I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 3, 4, 1, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, now I'm over here. So see, right now I have this set to one beat. The click should be on 1. So I'm gonna have it set to 1, 2, 3, 4 on the beat right now. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know, everybody. So here we go. Start from the beginning again. I'm gonna go to the second ending. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was here now, okay? So I know I didn't mess up the melody or the readings because I have it counting at 1, 2. So you can hear where the beats are, where 1 is. So I knew I was reading this accurately. So let me go from the second ending now and keep going. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3. No, I didn't hold that long enough. So I'm going to start from here. Okay. I'm going to go all the way down to here at the bottom. If you can see that. Oh, I'm pointing to it, but I don't think you can see my finger. You see? You can't see the bottom of that, can you? Oh, yes, you can. So look at this. I'm going to play from here all the way. Let me move this over a little bit. All the way down to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So I kind of messed that up a little bit there reading it. Start right here. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. See that? Okay, so I'm reading through all these melody notes. This is not that hard actually to me. So you should be able to also play through all the chords from the beginning. So for example, let me go through the chords here for you. So if I start from the beginning here, I'm going to play through the chords now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Now I'm here. One, one. I'm here. A 1, 2. It's not hard. See in the bass? So I'm down to here now. You see that I'm reading all through that? Um, so that's not a hard, harmony to play, actually. There's a lot more difficult songs in here. This is pretty simple. So that's, I don't really know this. I'm just sight reading. But this is a really good book, everybody. If you want to work on your reading, pick up this Latin real book. Here's what the cover looks like. I got this years ago. And I'm not a Latin player, really. Take a look at this. A Latin real book. And you could just read through all these kinds of songs. Hey, Rodney, Rodney, how's it going? You're going to be getting your pick bag soon. My big fan, Rodney, patron of mine, 7-string guitar player that's learning 7-string like me. So I'm working on my reading, Rodney, just for live practice. I haven't touched the guitar in practice, so it's good to practice in front of my fans and friends. So if you're enjoying this, everybody, please subscribe and come see my shows if you're ever in New York or wherever. So let's look at some songs in here that are more difficult. There's a lot of great songs here. So let me open this book up. So look at this. Look carefully at this book because there's all kinds of crazy songs in here. That's not that bad. This one. That's a medium Latin ballad. Amor Artificial. These are all the Latin tunes with a lot of fast rhythms and stuff that I'm not used to. Like I'm used to more jazz stuff. So look, and they have real they have different parts. And look at this. Actually, I know this guy, Richard Bucas. So look at all these chords, man. So I got to look at these and go, oh my God, do I have to play that? But it's good to practice these things, because just to challenge yourself, So like this chord, I wouldn't look at, I guess he wants you to play that exact voicing. So if I play that exact voicing, that's a piano voicing, I think. That's a piano. See, it says right here. So I can't really play that on the guitar. So I would just play like an F6 chord. Okay, and then he goes 1, 2. And he does all these rhythms. Da 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 da. So that's kind of the rhythm he wants. If you look through this, so it's like I would put this on my metronome at a fast 4. So I have my metronome out, everybody. My phone a metronome. So it says 124 half note. So this is pretty fast. Let me see if I can do this tempo. So it's like this. So I'll play just a regular chord like this. Oh yeah. So there's like a melody note on top. It goes. It's like this. So the melody note. There's a G on top. So there's a G, E, and D, and there's an A here. It's that one. So that's not a guitar chord, really. That's G, E, D, A. I mean, I've seen guitar players play like piano chords on the guitar like this. I knew a great guitar player from St. Petersburg, Russia. He used to live in New York. He used to do all these crazy stuff with chords. You know, he would play, like I said, playing a D minor 7 like this. He would go like this. You know, or he would do an F major 7 like this. Or like this. Or F, or, you know, like really crazy chords like this. You know, stuff like that. And he had these huge hands that would do that kind of stuff. But that's like more piano voicings, because pianos can play in thirds and seconds much easier than the guitar. Guitars are playing good at fourths, fifths, those type of chords, you know. So look at this. So that voicing is this. So this is a challenge. I would have to go like this. So I would play that. Then he changes. So then there's an F. Oh, yeah, then he goes down the whole step. Oh yeah, then he goes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what the rhythm is. Actually, it's tricky. I have to play those crazy chords though. Watch this. One. Let me play with the metronome. Let me slow it down a little bit. Woo! So that's 160. I'm gonna slow it down to maybe 125 to get a grasp on it. So it's like this. Did you hear that? So then that chord is this. And then I have to play that chord again. So start from here again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I gotta play that. 2, 3, 4. 1, 1. So then, you know, this is like a part for the piano, and you know, it's good. It's a good challenge, everybody. To how do you find the melody and chord? That's a good question. So when I'm playing, Rodney, um, uh, here's a pro tip about reading. If you're reading chords like this, the best thing to do is read from the bottom up. And unfortunately, this is really low for the guitar, so I'm actually transposing. Like a lot of these melodies sound low on the guitar. It depends, you know. So this chord literally is this note. It's that note or these notes. It's F. I mean, it's A on the bottom, D, then E, then G open. But I'm going here. What I did was I played that chord an octave higher, because that's how it actually sounds. It's written down here for the piano, but the guitar sounds, if you play it down here on the guitar, it sounds an octave lower. So you have to play it up like this. So when I'm reading on top, I see the top note automatically. And I read from the bottom up. That's one of the tips, sight reading tips I tell my students. When you see a chord voicing, read from the bottom up. You know, on the guitar, these kind of voicings are kind of difficult. Then I'm trying to follow the rhythm. So I'm going. So you know, then these chords come in. And I play regular chords. I read the chords. Then it goes. and does the same rhythm, goes through all this, okay? So that's, that's tricky. So, but it's good to to challenge yourself to play these kind of weird voicings. So, look, what I try to do is try to read these chord symbols. Like, so if I start here and play that F9 over A, that's this. Then A over B, then D flat 6/9, and then it's saying C13, sharp 9, flat 9, flat 5. That's a weird chord. So to play all those alterations, I would have to play, I would go, maybe that kind of chord, but I would have to put that in the bass to get all those notes in there. Yeah, bottom up, got it. Yeah, exactly, Rodney. So when I'm reading this chord, I'm reading from the bottom. So this is A, D, E, and G. Then A flat, D, E, and G. So that would be like A, D, G, and then next one. And then this is G, C, D, F, okay, and then back. And then here, I would play, that's the A flat. So the thing is, I'm playing up an octave. This is actually down here. You see that, Rodney? Everybody watching? These notes are written way too low for the guitar. I mean, you could play them, but I'm playing up an octave because it sounds better on the guitar. And actually, that's the real pitch, actually. If you play that on the piano and they play that chord, it'll sound like this. It will sound like that, you see? So, you know what's weird about sight reading to me? I'm just looking at notes, and to me, I'm not really thinking musically yet. I've always been like that when I sight read, because when you read sight reading music, you're just like mechanically trying to find the notes on the guitar, play the right rhythms and whatever, you know? But to me, it's just like notes. So when I'm looking at this, it just looks like an exercise. So I see a D flat over E flat, then an E flat over a D flat, and then an E over an A, and then a G flat major 7 over an A, and then a G minor 7. So all these chords, man, let me play through all these chords. So that's a G13 over an E, and then an A13 over a G, then a B major 7, 13, sharp 11. Woo! Then E7 sharp 9, then E flat 6/9, then a B7, 13, sharp 11, then D over E flat, then E flat over D flat, then E over A. So the E over A could be this. And then G flat major 7 over A flat. So those are a lot of chords there, man. And they want you to play these in time, like da 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 da, like, so you gotta play this like, let me see if I can do it in time now. Let me see with the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shoot, that's too fast. 1, 2, 3. Woo! That's pretty fast. I have to play all those chords like I knew them. Oh, no, A flat or G flat. You see that? So that's a lot of stuff there. So if you have any questions, everybody, please let me know. Yeah, I play up an octave these chords if they're really tricky, everybody. So, I know this guy, the guy who wrote this song. He's a guitar player from New York. And, I don't know his music, but, he got a song in a book. So that's a good thing. So, then we haven't even covered the melody. Let me see. Let me find a more difficult song with like a lot of 16th notes. Oh, yeah, let's look at this one. See, the thing I need to work on more is my 16th note reading, like this stuff. This goes from treble clef to bass clef, which can be tricky for me. So look at this. Look at all these notes here. So this is treble clef. Now that goes really high to read. You see that? That's going to be a pain in the butt to play over. So that's F. So look, that's E, G, A, flat. I did it right. Then it goes D flat. Then it goes, oh no, it's D natural. That's tricky, all this. So, you know, like horn players are really good at reading this stuff. So when you're playing this high on the guitar, it's way up here. Well, if you want to play it, really learn the guitar neck, you have to play that up here. One, one, two, three. Oh, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Then all this stuff here. Then so I'm just reading notes. It's like so many notes. So there are people I know who can read this stuff. See all this stuff? Then you got to play all through that now. Then here. So it's a lot of notes here, everybody. Woo! Hey, Jeffrey. How's it going? Thank you, everybody, for watching. Is that a jar book? No, this is actually you got here a little later, Rodney. This is the Latin real book, they call it. The Latin real book. So it has salsa, Brazilian music, Latin jazz. It's a really good book. If you really want to get your butt kicked and your reading skills, this is the book. And there's so much stuff in here with really difficult stuff that I'm not used to. Claves and guaves and whatever you want to call them. It has like Brazilian, it has all like, look, it even has a section in the back of the book, which I should go over. You know, like I should be studying this stuff. But they have all these different styles that with different kinds of rhythms in the book. You know, like there has Afro-Cuban rhythms, you know, styles. And then it goes through all these different kinds of styles in the book. Just the rhythms. And you know, and so then you know, these rhythms are applied through the whole book. Because there's a lot of these Latin kind of rhythms, you know, and in South, you know, it's funny, man. A lot of when people in general they say Latin music. Latin music is a huge field. Like I have a Colombian guitar player friend in Colombia alone. They have all these styles of music. In Brazil, they have like different kinds of styles: samba, bossa nova. There's some other styles too. I forget. You know, just so much stuff. So many different styles, and then then there's the clave for Cuban music and Puerto Rican music, 3-2-2-3, and all this other stuff. You know, so this book is really good. So this one is not too hard. For example, for sight reading. So look, whenever you sight read, everybody, this is called Rico something. Rico Vilison. Visilon. So this book, you know, this song is a little easier, and this is the key of, what is that key? The key of A, okay? It has 3 sharps, so you have to know the key, and you have to make sure you know the keys. So it starts off like, so I would put this, this is actually a quarter note this time. It's not too crazy fast. 122. I put it maybe I put my metronome at 1. I'm going to practice for 10 more minutes because, you know, the neighbors are getting mad. So I practice this at 1. I'll do 85 tempo to learn though. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. So now I just keep that's not hard to read this one actually, everybody. That's pretty simple to me, you know. But this, you know, it's good to because you know when you start getting to all these other types of tunes. Oh, this is a great tune, everybody. I'll play you this out before I finish because I have like 10 minutes, so I can do chord melody with this, and I kind of know this one. So this has this is a Antonio Carlo Jobim tune. You know, the guy who wrote "Girl from Ipanema" and a lot of other tunes. This is a really beautiful tune. So this is a really beautiful song, actually, everybody, that I used to play. Really beautiful, kind of like Brazilian slow samba. It's really heavy. So that's way too low. I would go down here. So the thing is, I'm transposing up this up 2 octaves now. So this is way down here. This is an A here. but I'm playing it up here, uh, 2 octaves away. So that gets a little tricky, everybody. Do you play notes in the bass clef? Oh, that's a good question. Good music for hot weather. Yes, that's Brazilian music. Great. So everybody, if you're enjoying the show, please follow me at Ron Jackson Music. I'm about to finish up in about 5 minutes because of neighbors. And then, and also if you want to support me, you can super chat me here at here on YouTube, or or so I can get some coffee to stay up the rest of the night, or you can Zelle me or whatever you want here. If you want to buy me coffee or lunch or dinner, or whatever, here everything at Ron Jackson Music. So you can follow me everywhere as like Ron Jackson Music, everywhere, everybody. And if you go to my website, RonnieMusicLabel.com or RonJacksonMusic.com, you can get a free lesson if you subscribe to my newsletter, everybody. You get some free lessons. So just go check it out if you can. And so you know what? I'm gonna be doing like a little. I'm gonna be finishing up in a minute, but there's so many things about reading on the guitar that's really hard because I'm not using tabs, and you really have to know the language of reading music, everybody, which takes a lot of practice. Like anything you do, remember there's a 10,000 hour rule. To be good at anything, you have to really practice. Or coding, like if you're Bill Gates at Microsoft, or if you want to be like a investor like Warren Buffett, they spend hours studying investing. It's the same thing with music, man. You can't just like to be able to read, to be able to play notes, to be able to improvise jazz takes so much time and practice, man. And so when I look at music like this, I'm just sight reading, but there's so much more to the music than just sight reading. So you have to really practice this stuff and really know the chords. And I have a lot of experience, so I know how to play through all these kinds of chords. Then here, and then the minor six. So you have to learn how to play all these kinds of chords and practice them, and do it without thinking about it. And still, even me, even though I know how to do it without thinking about it, I still have to think because I'm just looking at music on a piece of paper, and then I still have to translate it to music. Because remember, this is just reading notes. This is not music really. This is just like sight reading, like an exercise. But with these guys, when you really like, let's say you go to a recording session, you play these, you have to really play this stuff if you want to really play. You can't just fake it or just try to sight read it. I mean, you can. I know people who can, but it's so deep music that it takes so much time. So thanks for watching, everybody. You can watch the replay of the sight reading um, thing I just did. Sight reading. Actually, I'm just practicing my sight reading for you guys because I need to work on my reading all the time. So I'm looking at this. I'm going, oh, this looks hard. And it's not hard, but I can see that this is not easy. I know the chords. See, when I look at these melodies, I can see how these melodies work against the chord too. So you can kind of figure out how to play the melody in the right with the right scale. So that takes a lot of time and practice. So this is a lot of heavy stuff here. A lot of written notes and a lot of chords. So this takes a lot of time and practice to learn, everybody. So thanks for watching, and you can watch the replay tomorrow. I'm going to be going live, featuring the stuff. It's Amazon Prime Day tomorrow, so I'm going to be featuring things on my Amazon store that I sell. So if you want to go check out the stuff I sell on my Amazon store, I'm going to be doing a live for Prime Day tomorrow at what time am I doing it tomorrow? I'm doing it at 2 p.m. And then on Wednesday I'm doing it Amazon Prime Day on July 17th at 12 noon. And I'll show you. I'm an Amazon influencer. If you go to my store, here it is. You can shop the best gear there right now. I'll leave that up so you can check it out. Go to my Patreon. Please join that if you haven't done that. I have a lot of great patrons like my friend Rodney here, and Jeff should definitely be up there too. Be a patron if you want to be. Jeffrey, and thanks everybody for watching. You're welcome, Rodney. Um, Rodney's always gets an alert when I'm going live, and he's listening and watching, and he's a big fan of mine, and he's probably going to get one of my 7-string guitars soon. Once I get my handmade guitar, another 7-string, I'll let you know, Rodney. But thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Follow me everywhere at Ron Jackson Music, and you can watch this live stream again after. Okay, have a great night. Bye-bye.